What are you hoping to see in this next dispensation that's upon us in terms of relationship between the federal government and the state governments in curbing criminality, terrorism, and the likes? Of course, under our present arrangement now, the federal government bears the highest burden in security of lives and property. But then that doesn't mean the state governments should also, fold their arms and do nothing. We've seen some state governments, coming up with their own kind of solutions. But in terms of better working relationship, as I said, between the federal government and the state government, what would you like to see happen next?
Well, what I want to see to happen next is this. Let us see, or let us work out how we can have what you call a peace deal, a peace engagement across or amongst all different political parties we have in Nigeria today. That's the first step. If we want things to work, we should just try to look out this way. Politics is out of it. Let us come together as one and make ourselves one Nigeria as it used to be, irrespective of Muslim, Christian, pagan, whatever you call it, whatever you believe in. Let us ditch all this and bring peace back together. Let me tell you how well divided the peace in Nigeria has been. In the sporting industry, there is no peace. In the entertainment industry, politics played so badly that now they're having so much infighting within themselves. So when it comes to security right now, we need a peace deal to bring out harmony, to bring out love, to bring the happiness we are missing in Nigeria today. Ethnicity-wise, we can see what is happening between the Igbos and the Yorubas. We can see what is happening between the market women and the market men. Again, it boils down again to one thing: politics has deepened down, has played so negative impact that we need to look out to bring peace and harmony back. Who are those that can actually bring this peace and harmony back in the sporting world? Yes, we can look for how we can do it. In the music industry, yes, let us look for how to do it. In the theatric and entertainment industry, let us look for how to do it. In regards to what we call the empowerment training program from different organizations across board all over the world, let us look for how we can do it. And who are those that can do it? It is same, it's going to be me and you coming together, bringing our ideas together and see how it goes. Take, for example, the new governor-elect in Akwa Ibom. Governor Eno said one thing: every Friday, let us have a happy hour, just for 1 hour. It goes a long way. We might look at it that, oh, people will be drinking. For God's sake, it's not just about drinking. It's about just reflecting back into what you've done over the week, and let's talk about it in a discounted way, in a relaxed environment. What we need today is a happy Nigeria. We have been so bitter these days, but we need to look for a way whereby we bring happiness back. We are happy people, irrespective of what we've been going through in Nigeria today. Nigeria has always been a happy place. A lot of people who still not gone back from abroad and like, you know what? I'm missing home. I'm missing my eba. I'm missing my food. I'm missing my father rice and a whole lot of things. They still want to come back and do things. This is why I keep saying it. So many organizations all over the world want to come back home and engage with Nigerians. And Nash Global Africa still want to come back and engage. African Diaspora, African Security Forum want to come back. TSG want to come back. Different organizations across board want to come back and do something good to engage with Nigeria back, because we love our country and we know we can make things work better for us in Nigeria today. I am telling you, if the new government can put aside all differences and work together with other political parties, things will work better and we will see the reduction in crime and instability in Nigeria.
All right, it's really good to imagine. Of course, know that Nigerians used to be rated the happiest people on earth before, but I don't think we have earned that ranking anymore.
No, I disagree with you. We are still the most and one of the most happiest, ever loving, smiley faces.
All right, as far as you're concerned, okay.
No more I'm concerned, because it has even been found suffering and smiling. We are always happy.
All right, now let's talk about the issue of state police. Now, some people have still insisted that when security is cascaded down to the level, because they see that security is local after all, that when states are in charge of their security situation, that things could be better. It seems the federal government has been overwhelmed with the issues around security, that promises after promises, investment after investment, they've still not been able to handle issues of insecurity. What do you make of this, though?
Well, see, whatever we do in Nigeria, there is always a state that we will definitely use as a reference or as a model or as a template. That is Lagos State. RRS is there. Despite the fact that we have RRS, we still have the Nigerian Police Force still in place, and we have all sorts of different security agencies across board in the state. State policing can work. It's not that it cannot work. But the question is this: what model are they going to be governing with? What standard are they going to be setting? What benchmark are they going to be setting? Because at the end of the day, they will follow suit what is going on with the Nigerian police. So for state policing to work, we need to look into how do we balance the federal police force. First, if we can do that, then state policing is just a pinch of salt to any state to govern with, because they need to have a template, they need to have a model of what to do. And who is still going to give them this model? Who is going to give them this template? It's still going to be the Nigerian police. So if the Nigerian police structure is wrong, is wobbly, is not solid, then how do we want to make the state police to work? It's still not going to work. I give it all to the former RRS commander before, that is Tunji Disu. He did so well with the RRS, which is a template, which is a structure, and it worked perfectly well. But is it still working today? Is what I don't know. Are they still competent again today? Is what I don't know. Are they still there to engage and be loyal to the citizens in Lagos State? Is what I don't know. So we still need to go back to the drawing table and ask ourselves this question: what templates do we need that will work for us? Do we have the manpower? Do we have the resources? Do we have the training capacity in place? Do we have the welfare in place? It's not just by bringing people in, but it's about the continuity project of what will work for Nigeria for good, at least to keep going forever. That is what we need. And that is what other countries are doing, adopting different strategies and seeing how it works, adopting different policies, see how it works, and reviewing of these policies and putting enforcement in place to make sure that nobody is kind of like, destroying what has been built over time and keep it going that way. It's a project. We've not started. If you think we've started, we have not. We have a long way to go, but we need to start the foundation now.
And talking about the Nigerian project, as you also have, stressed so far, how this will also help in bridging the gap between the citizenry and security operatives. That is also another issue that analysts as yourself have also been talking about over the years. How do you think, if and when we get to the point of state police, of course, there are already some dimensions now to the community policing of a thing, but so far, if you do a post-mortem of what we have operational now, is are the police and other operatives, are they building more trust from the citizenry, or can it be also tweaked?
You see, this question you just asked me again, I will bring something to your limelight. At the moment, there is a deal at the Lagos State House of Assembly, which is called, I don't know, maybe you're aware of, which is called the Lagos Security Industry Authority. But because of so much instability within the political corridor that we have recently, or right now, things seems to be calm and okay. What I would suggest is this: let us go back into all these bills that have been given to state governments, federal governments, and try to look at it. What do we think? What do we think will work for Nigeria? What do we think will work for each and every single state? We cannot compare what is happening in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, to what is happening in Kano. We cannot compare what is happening in Ondo State with what is happening in Kwara. So we have different states, and we should have different security strategies, different security projects for different states. However, we should still have at least a common initiative that this is the benchmark of what we should adopt across board. That is the key thing that we need to think about before we start thinking of how do we engage interlock security in the state and the federal government together. It's a huge budget. We have this budget, but on paper we see it, but when it comes to the physical, we don't even see anything at all. So this is one of the biggest problems we are facing in Nigeria. Let me give you a typical example. In Kwara State, horse riding to do patrols might work, but in Enugu, it might not work. In Lagos State, bicycle might work, but in Borno State, it might not work. So we need to look into what works for different states before we start thinking about this is how we should go, this is how we should not go.
All right.
In Nigeria.